Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Crappy Design. First, before we begin, you want to know what's not Crappy Design? Our sponsor for this week, twitch.tv/CaptainSparkles. That's right, my very own Twitch channel has stepped up to the plate and sponsored this week's content. You can head on over there and you can find great stream gameplay content like Minecraft and more Minecraft and different Minecraft series streamed usually about 5 times per week, usually kind of in the evening Pacific time, but it changes if there's an event or something going on earlier. Anyway, check it out. Link in the description. You can go watch games like Minecraft and enjoy watching, and it'll be good times. So, there we go. Thanks to our sponsor. Starting off with number 19 in Crappy Design, I don't understand. Large, $4.39. Medium, 99 cents. Small, $1.39. Small looks like a bit of an afterthought there, just like it is at basically everywhere. You know what doesn't make sense to me is that like the coffee bean and tea leaf, I was at one recently, they don't even show small on the menu that's up above the cashier. It just doesn't exist there. You have to ask for small, and then they'll give you a small, but it doesn't even exist on the menu. And then I was looking at the calories that were listed next to it. It was like 700 calories for a large caramel ice blended or something. I was like, oh my God, how does one do this? I didn't end up ordering one of those. But in any case, it looks like here they're really trying to kind of push you in the direction of medium, because it really doesn't look like large is 4.4 times larger than medium, and the small is just more expensive than medium. They're just like, we give up here, dude. We're not gonna price the small like 98 cents. Let's just make it more expensive. We want them to buy medium. We have way too many of these medium bags. We ordered a massive surplus. Please just buy medium, okay? We're giving you a great deal on it. Help us get rid of this popcorn. Thank you. I don't think this is Crappy Design so much as there's probably a reason behind it and we just don't know. So, which states are affected? E. coli outbreak linked to romaine lettuce. 138 reported cases in 25 states. Because I was about to say, even though they didn't label it properly, we can probably figure out, which corresponds to the amount of states. Oh wait, there's 25, that's literally half, which means it's the only number that you could have done that makes this impossible. Great job, guys. Great job. You could have, put a legend in there saying, hey, light green means bad, dark green means good. In this case, just a game of chance. You've got a 50-50 shot. Next time you buy lettuce at the grocery store, it may turn out poorly for you. You never know. Also, though, it's a low chance, obviously, in a state that would have the outbreak. It's not just 50-50. You're going to get it no matter what. It's a poorly done map, especially for something of significance like your health. Probably be good to double check that, but you know what? That's okay. It slips through the cracks sometimes. The design for my school's new uniform. I can okay, so maybe they were kind of going for a peacock feather, okay? That's actually kind of the first thing that comes to mind when I saw the thumbnail of it, very small size. I was like, kind of peacock feather looking, and it just happens to have a slightly more inappropriate kind of thing that it resembles, perhaps. And it seems to be a very common thing that just happens in many of the Crappy Design posts, is you make your design and then you print it, and then it's like, oops, it looks like private parts. Male, female, one of the two. It just ends up happening some of the time. And I don't know how this slips through the cracks so much, but it really does. Maybe they didn't realize where the seam would be. It was supposed to be a circle, and then it got kind of cut off because of where the shirts are embroidered together or something. I just don't know. It's not. I thought I was having trouble reading for a second there. X is for excited. There is a reason why X is always for xylophone or X-ray, because there are very few words that begin with X, and even when they do, it doesn't really properly explain the sound of X in most situations. So, like all the way through, A is for apple, B is for banana, C is for car, X is for, wait, E? Are you telling me that an X, does it always have to have an E that comes before it, just like Q almost always has a U that comes after it? You're confusing the children here, okay? Just do X's for xylophone. You don't have to be different and try to simplify it. There's a reason why Xylophone is always the one used. They don't go for Zulu or something like that, because then they'd have to explain like Zulu and the history, and it was like a tribe, and I'm probably maybe did it come before that? I just always hear it referred to as a tribe, a Zulu tribe. But anyway, just stick to xylophone. No need to overcomplicate things. This horrible, deformed Hobby Lobby Christmas ornament. Little Burby jerseys. What it looks like is a person that just careened down to Earth as, part of a meteor, and then this is the crater upon impact with the ground. I mean, in Europe, it's not a bad design. Shoot for a bully-free school. I wish I knew where this was actually put up, if it was in the U.S. or if it was in a different country, because then it does bring up a different set of like checking before you put it out there. So anyway, see where they were going. They had good intentions, just didn't think it all the way through. This lighter that looks like an e-cig. It's the ultimate anti-vaping campaign. Jesus Christ. That's a monster of a lighter too. That thing could propel you off to Mars or something. Oh my God, dude. Whatever industry wants to stop the vape so that they can get the market share, they're making these with the effort of causing people to permanently never vape again. Found this on my new set of headphones. It's turn on, off the microphone. Off, on. Wait. That's why it's a different icon. Use microphone icon instead of speaker icon. They're very, very clearly different. God dang it. Should have used microphone on the left and then microphone with a cross through it on the right, and then it would have been more clear that this is a mute function, even though off on is also a bad way to describe something that's a negative. Yeah. Oh well, you get used to it. The measurements washed off. I was like, wait a minute. It just looks like a pouring Oh. Guess this is why you buy the official brand Pyrex cups, because I'm sure those can withstand some heat. This video not brought to you by Pyrex, but I will say, haven't seen the Pyrex cups have the measurements wiped off or washed off, and my mom had those for many, many years growing up, so apparently they work. You're welcome, Pyrex, for shouting you guys out, even though you didn't sponsor this. This is actually sponsored by twitch.tv/CaptainSparkle. Just a quick reminder, go check it out. This new hotel carpet that looks like it's worn out beyond threadbare. I thought it was like, it looked like the floor at first. I was confused for a second. I was like, is there... Oh, it's just designed that way. It's not that the floor has been eaten through. Maybe it actually has been worn out beyond threadbare, and they were like, looks cool. Let's just run with it. Anyway, I'm sure that this is, very expensive to have your rug pre-sanded all the way through down to it being worn as if it were used for the past 50 years, and people just... paced back and forth on that one particular section. If only Louisiana were shaped like a letter in the word love, this would have worked much better. Yeah. How did someone do this and think, okay, we want to express that we love Louisiana. Which letter most closely resembles the state shape of Louisiana? All right, guys, got an L. Nah, our font has the curve up. It's not gonna work. Okay, pass on the L. Oh, it's not great. It's not great, but it's fully enclosed, so an O could work. V. We can't turn it sideways. That would be desecration to the state of Louisiana. Can you imagine what would happen if we twisted the state sideways? All the buildings that would fall down from that earthquake shock of twisting a whole state. We can't do that. We gotta leave it proper orientation. E, it just doesn't work. Oh, it is. Obviously the best choice. Come on. Come on, guys. How you gonna do it like that? It's also perfect. It like to start the thing with the state and then it goes into the... Hey, man, it's so much better that it would be the first letter than like the tail letter or something, because you get the idea immediately. Unbelievable. This truck was so bright it hurt my eyes for about 5 minutes. This is totally like near LA, because I've seen this billboard. I've seen this. They must work amazingly well. She must absolutely crush it in selling insurance, because she's had these billboards up for years. They're like on the side of freeways and stuff. They're all over, dude. I feel like anyone in LA has definitely seen one of her billboards. And they must work so well or she wouldn't keep doing them after all these years. So I haven't seen this one. This is a new step in the age of Adriana's insurance. And I wonder if this... I don't know how you get metrics from billboards versus sign on a truck, right? Because there's not a referral link. It's just, I guess you have to say, how did you find me? Well, it was the blinding truck that I couldn't miss on the freeway, and it just lured me in through subliminal messaging. I couldn't do anything else. I had to stare at it, and it just beckoned me to call when I needed insurance. I didn't even need insurance. It just got into my subconscious, and I just had to call from the blinding light. It's like, oh, okay, I see the truck is working. Thank you, sir, for letting us know how you found us. I'd like to eat here, unsure when is okay. Lunch, dinner, closed Sunday from 3 to 9:30. Wait, what? Hold on, are you only closed Sunday from 3 to 9:30? Are you open the other times on Sunday? 11:30 to 2:30. Is that you're open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 4? Oh my God. Is it, lunch is 11:30 to 2:30. Dinner is 4:30 to 10:30, but it's always 4:30 to 10:30 every day of the week? It didn't change. But what? This is the worst. Oh my God. I don't understand what's happening with Sunday. I really don't. You're just open anytime other than 3 to 9:30. Is that what I'm to understand? I've never seen someone give their closed hours. There's a reason why they don't. Alphabet ice cube tray that shatters when you try to get the ice cubes out. Just made it like really thin. It's one-time use only. And even then, if it shatters before the ice cubes get out, then yeah, sorry, you're not gonna have the ability to actually get the ice out until it melts. But it's a great water holder. You can get water in the shape of the alphabet. My pan's handle is too heavy for it to stay flush with the stovetop. Yeah, I feel like that's a problem if you have an electric stove, which it looks like you have there. Yeah, maybe they were thinking that nobody uses electric stoves and only use fire, because a fire stove would probably still be okay. It seems a little hazardous, because if it's just balanced like this precariously on edge, and you just a little accidental bump, and it's just gonna tip over and pour hot grease all over the place. Although, once it's filled with actual food, right, wouldn't it? This means it's pretty perfectly balanced. And as soon as you add some weight in there, which presumably you're gonna do when you're cooking something, then it should weigh it down. Because if it wouldn't, then it means it's like really, really heavy. And if there's nothing in the pan, it would probably tip over, which would be just really stupid to begin with. So, I don't know. These 2020 glasses. This is very much like the Louisiana love artwork thing. I feel like there's a way to do this. I just can't think of what it is. Are there 2 zeros in 2020? Oh, there are. Do we have 2 eyes? Yeah, we have 2 eyes. All right, 3 of them it is. And then we'll just, a little caret up to the 2, just so they know there actually is a 2 involved, but it's a word scramble. You kind of have to figure out where the 2 goes. I don't know. I just can't figure out how you would do these without it being done this way. Truly a mystery for scientists out there. How do you do 2020 glasses so that you see the year, but you can also see through them out of circular openings like you do with glasses? Mystery for our times. Maybe in 2020 we'll figure it out. Trying to watch my sodium. Unsalted box is blue, but wrapper is red. Salted box is red, but wrapper is blue. Butter, salted. Oh. At least it still says it on there, right? Salted butter, unsalted butter. So It is silly that they inverted it, but at the very least it says it on there. You'd probably take it out. You'd take them out at the same time and you'd be like, wait a minute. Did I just mix up the boxes? No, actually they changed. Are we sure that they didn't misprint this? You would be gaslighting yourself. You'd be like, what do I trust? Do I trust the color or do I trust the text? Well, it did just come out of that box, so I guess I'll trust the text, but it's a good way to confuse people. Somebody just wanted to get this reaction at the butter factory. They're like, we've been making this butter for the last 200 years. How can we spice it up? Maybe we control people by switching the colors, and they'll get a kick out of that for a little bit, and then it's like, all right, we're back to just making butter. Dude, I respect you if you make butter, okay? It's very crucial. I just can understand how it might get a little monotonous is all. Glass on a remote. Why? This is the Apple TV remote, right? I feel like a lot of people have this thing. It is kind of, everyone's dropped remotes. I think every remote that I've ever had has been dropped at least once. And so with that in mind, you might think that maybe we shouldn't have it be able to shatter. But hey, at the very least, it's not a touchscreen and the buttons still probably work. So you got that going in your favor. Also, those things are pretty light. Maybe they just, did a bunch of drop tests at Apple and maybe they didn't. And they didn't think it had the inertia in order to crack that glass, and lo and behold, you beat the developers. You figured out the very, very angle on which to have that thing impact the floor that just spider cracked the whole thing. Because that's actually that's wild. Like both sides. Was this from one drop? Because it looks like it has origination on both corners, which is really, really impressive that you managed to crack opposite sides in a single drop, or is this multiple times? Maybe it's multiple drops. I don't know. But either way, if you did it in one drop, congratulations, that's impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, the pinnacle of human stupidity. Is it crappy design so much as just unnecessary design? I think this would just make me angry. Like, did you have to do this? Did you have to waste the plastic? Did you happen to notice that everywhere else on the planet that sells bananas doesn't do this? And you decided, well, they're all wrong. I can't believe anyone buys bananas that aren't individually packaged. Imagine all of the germs that get inside of the banana. It's truly disgusting how people are just willing to eat them after they take off the existing protective covering given by nature. Okie dokie. That's all, folks. This better be really, really good bananas as to why they're individually wrapped, just to really emphasize how incredible they are. Thank you, everyone, for watching this past month of Crappy Design. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Thanks to our sponsor once again, twitch.tv/CaptainSparkles. Like if you liked, subscribe if you're not already, and check out the playlist if you want more Crappy Design. I'll see you next time.